So Aleksandar MRAOVIC all smiles as he approaches the boxing ring. His opponent is Toufan SHARIFI. He'll be boxing out of the blue corner. So smiles exchanged between the two boxers as our referee Jennifer Huggins of Canada was issuing the final instructions. We're in the 92 kilogram heavyweight division. Action from the second preliminary round. It's the first bout of the tournament for both of these two boxers. They hail from Austria and Iran. The boxer wearing red, the shaven-headed figure, is Aleksandar MRAOVIC. 24 years of age, he the only representative on the Austrian team, competing in his second World Championships here, having boxed at super heavyweight in Yekaterinburg 2 years ago. His opponent, wearing blue, is 23-year-old Toufan SHARIFI, part of a 10-strong Iranian boxing team. 2 national titles at the senior level, coming in consecutive years in 2018 and 2019 at 91 kilogram heavyweight for SHARIFI. Straight right to the body was off the mark, and in reaching for it, the referee reminding MRAOVIC that he's to keep his head up. Well, there's been several reminders in that regard, in the direction of the boxers, and so that's a nice counter right hand landed by MRAOVIC. The boxer will have to watch that they don't get on the wrong side of the referee and pick up a warning. Left jab was a jolting shot landed by MRAOVIC. Hard left hand driven in, results in a burst of punches to the body by MRAOVIC. Moving well in the pocket and working away to the body while SHARIFI was there waiting. Well, he's conceding body shots there, the man in blue. And they could well take a toll later on. And MRAOVIC continuing to move well to evade the hooks that are being fired in from SHARIFI. But accuracy not accompanying them. Good right hand to the body turned in by MRAOVIC once again. Saw SHARIFI at the Asia-Oceania qualification event in Amman in Jordan last year in a bid to qualify for Tokyo 2020. Made it through to the quarterfinals of that tournament. He was eliminated by the boxer from Uzbekistan, Sanjar Tursunov. MRAOVIC also tried to qualify for Tokyo 2020. Now, and a cut caused by a clash of heads. Let's see the severity of it. It's to the right eye of the shaven-headed figure. So the doctor happy for the contest to continue. Is that a little bit of a cut on the left eye of the man in blue? But MRAOVIC unable to qualify for the Olympic Games, losing in the first preliminary round up at super heavyweight when he wasn't able to make it to the boxing ring. conceding that on a walkover. So the man making his second World Championship appearance, not really able to showcase his skills in his bid to progress or qualify for Tokyo. First round in the book then, and MRAOVIC boxing effectively, making this man miss while scoring with some eye-catching punches. Good work to the body as well. When he takes it on a 3-2 split, I thought it was a little more convincing than that in MRAOVIC's favor. So Sharifi taking the first round for 2 of the 5 scoring judges. So we go into the second round and the heads come together again, my goodness. Now, has that worsened the cuts on the left eye of Sharifi? Looking for the right hand over the top is MRAOVIC, but couldn't quite find a range. A nice lead left hand from Sharifi. The scoring shot. Well, this is going to be trouble for MRAOVIC. He's been spoken to repeatedly, and this is what we said at the start of the contest. The reminders were coming within the first 30 seconds. And referee Jennifer Huggins from Canada docking a point inside, or excuse me, issuing a warning in the opening minutes of the second round. So that point deduction will be taken into account either at the end of this round, which we've seen during the championships here in Belgrade, or at the end of the contest. But either way, it's a significant turn of events as MRAOVIC scores with a good left hand to the body. Sunk it in just above the belt line of his opponent. Exchange at mid-range between the 2 boxers. Well, again, he's dipping his head to stay out of the way of the punches. But the referee has already issued a warning about that infringement. And that is a push-off of the blatant variety from Sharifi. He's trying to get physical in this one, impose his strength. MRAOVIC inaccurate with that overhand right. Becoming increasingly untidy when the 2 men find themselves at close quarters. Nice right hand turned in behind a high elbow from MRAOVIC. I don't know whether that trace of blood around his mouth is from the eye injury or from a fresh injury. And again, Sharif is going to have to watch how he conducts himself here, because he's claiming his man on the inside, he's pushing him off, and the referee is speaking to him repeatedly about that breach of the rules. Right hand over the top is a scoring shot, but then another tangle ensues. Referee has called time. And is this an injury to the mouth that is being caused by a punch? So when I was just posing the question as to whether the injury is being caused by whether the blood that was visible is from the eye injury, it's actually from the mouth. And this injury, from the indication of the referee, has been caused by a punch. Oh, MRAOVIC is keen to leave the scrutiny of the doctor and get back into the mix. Final seconds then of this round, and again, well, is it going to be another infringement? Head up, 2 rounds, 2 deductions, 2 warnings issued, resulting in a 2-point deduction against MRAOVIC. 1 more warning and he will be disqualified from the World Championships. Terrible round endured by Aleksandar MRAOVIC. The lone representative of the Austrian boxing team issued 2 warnings for repeatedly dipping his head low. So when we take a look at the scorecard, let's see whether the warning has been brought into effect there. And you can see from the scorecards that it clearly has. SHARIFI in a commanding position. 2 scores of 16, 2 scores of 17, 1 scorecard of 18 points apiece. So going into the third and final round, MRAOVIC is going to need an inside the distance victory for my money, and most importantly from his perspective, given the way he boxes, he's got to avoid picking up another warning, because if he receives another warning, he will be out. DSQ for repeatedly infringing the rules. So into the third and final round then, Aleksandar MRAOVIC took continental silver in the European Under-22 Championships back in 2017. Oh, that's a good right hand landed from SHARIFI. MRAOVIC trying to fire back. He scores with a good left hand to the body. Not much accuracy behind the subsequent hooks of SHARIFI, putting everything into the shots. And the referee calling for the inspection of the doctor once again. Is this another injury that's been caused by a punch, or the same one that's being inspected? He's picked up a whole series because there's a cut to the rear of his shaven head. Injured to the right eye in the first round. The mouth has been damaged. You see the doctor. You can't see the doctor at the moment, but I can see the doctor, and he was having to inspect a multitude of injuries that have been accrued by MRAOVIC during the course of this contest. So SHARIFI looking to keep himself out of harm's way. And he, of course, won't want to pick up a warning for pushing, because he's been spoken to about that illegal move repeatedly. And there it is once again. See, he lifted the hand into the face of his opponent with a minute gone. Good right hand over the top as the heads bump on the inside once again. A forearm comes in from MRAOVIC. My goodness, this is untidy, and I think SHARIFI is teetering on the edge of a warning here, and we are not yet at the midpoint of the third and final round. Well, that's another stern talking to from the referee in the direction of MRAOVIC. And one suspects if he breaches that again by dipping his head, that a third warning will be issued. I'm just left with that sense here ringside. With just over a minute to go in the third and final round. Well, there's been plenty of commitment shown by both boxers, but this type of interlude, the spoiling, the grappling, the holding on the inside, has made it a pretty untidy affair, truth be told. Both boxers showing terrific will to win, winging in some hard punches. There hasn't been much accuracy, but we've seen increasing amounts of this type of coming together. Grappling, mauling, holding at close range. But given what transpired, particularly in the second round, after MRAOVIC took the first on a 3-2 split, well, the second round was a nightmare for him, and the points deduction have already been accounted for on the scorecards. Well, seeing as MRAOVIC has been docked 2 points for repeated ducking of his head, SHARIFI perhaps fortunate not to be warned for excessive holding. That's a perfunctory touch of gloves if ever I saw one. And I think it will be Toufan SHARIFI who will be going through at the expense of Aleksandar MRAOVIC. See the extent of his injuries to the mouth, to the rear of the head you just saw there on the left-hand side, and the right eye as well. Toufan SHARIFI, the two-time national champion of Iran in his first World Championship appearance, I feel will be progressing through to the round of 16. And this is opening cut after this is opening bout of Belgrade 2021.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the bout number 202 in the ring A, the winner on points by split decision. Loser out of the blue corner.
And there's confirmation of a split decision verdict in favor of Toufan Sharifi of Iran. 4-1 in his favor. Only the judge from Chinese Taipei preferring the work of the Austrian boxer. And it's Sharifi who will go through to the round of 16. He'll be in action again on the 31st of October in the evening session. So Austria's interest in the World Championships comes to an end here because their lone representative, Aleksandar MRAOVIC, in this his second World Championship appearance, has been eliminated in the first preliminary round.